Hi everyone, Neville here. Let's talk about edible flowers. You know, I have so many people that say to me, hey, it's pretty, but can you eat it? And my standard answer is, of course, if you can chop that up small enough pieces, you can eat it. Should you eat it? Now that's a whole different story. Now listen, when in doubt, leave it out, don't eat it. But I'll show you some things that I know are edible because I have eaten them, and all it's done is it's made me lose a little hair at the very least. So don't worry about it. Here we go. Mint. Everyone knows about mint. Even when it's in flower, it's beautiful to use. Lovely. It's used for mint sauces, mint jellies, flavoring. Oh, to put some fresh mint in with potatoes or peas when you cook them. Absolutely glorious. Or of course, what's that drink people like? Mojitos. Absolutely. Peonies. Look at peonies. Not only are peonies wonderful to look at and are beautiful for fragrance and a joy to see, but you can use those in the culinary uses as well, because these make a really lovely jelly and a really nice syrup, a peony syrup. It's quite flowery, lots of sugar. The same with lilacs. Oh, lilacs are such a seasonal treat, aren't they? But you can extend that season, of course, by having these as a jams or as syrups as well. So give those a fresh cut and drop those right in here for now. A lot of us don't even know that hostas are edible. The foliage themselves, first thing in the spring is the best time for them because that can be your first early spring greens. You just cut the shoots like you would asparagus and enjoy them that way. Daylilies. As we know, daylilies are I love daylilies because there's a new flower every day. You can teach your children to count by having them go out every day and count the daylilies and then harvest them, because when you get them just as they're starting to open in the morning, you can bring them in, dip them in a little batter, and fry them. They're really good with a little bit of butter and salt and pepper. Really, really nice. And when I arrange these flowers, I love to leave the spent blooms on them, just for a more natural look. Of course, the classic beauty of a rose is always a feast for the senses and beautiful to use. A lot of places use the flowers themselves to make a rose water. It's easy to make. It's just distilled rose petals to make the rose water that's used in culinary uses as well. Beautiful. And of course it's used for perfumes and that sort of thing. Alliums, all members of the onion family. They're edible. The stalks are really oniony, and these are great. I love to use these not only in salads, but I love these to put these in white vinegar, and you put them in white vinegar. And even just the little purple alliums that we get in the spring, lovely. Put those in vinegar, and it changes the vinegar pink, and it really makes it smell wonderfully and taste wonderfully of onions. Remember, when you're using herbs, fresh herbs in vinegar, dry in oil. Always the fresh, because the fresh will pickle them. Speaking of fresh herbs and things, garlic scapes, which seems to be so trendy, everyone's growing out garlic. Save those scapes and use those to eat as well. I've got some more mint here. Look at that. And something else I love to work with, not really nice in this little vase, is lavender. Lavender's great. It's been used for years and years and years for culinary use, as well as medicinal and aromatherapies. Super duper. Pansies of all varieties. I press these. I love these little jewels of color. Press them under a book like we used to do when we were kids, and they're wonderful to put on a cake for decoration. Really nice. And the last are those little guys, the nasturtiums. These are incredible little flowers. Great in a salad. They're so peppery and nice, and super delicious. Lovely. I think there was a bug in that one, but oh well, a little extra protein's not going to hurt anybody. And the last one I want to show you, these are so fancy. Petunias. I love petunias, and they're so fancy. Just to take the flowers themselves, cut them off, put them on a fancy cracker, a fancy dessert cracker with a little bit of cream cheese, and just set them down for decorations. Looks really, really good. So, get out and enjoy your summer flowers, and pick and enjoy the ones that are edible as well. And in doubt, don't bother picking them, but check your resources and really get to enjoy all the beauties, all the smells, all the tastes that are our summer flowers.